Angela Merkel is today in Turkey to discuss the refugee crisis. She's already met the country's Prime Minister. Following the talks, they held a press conference and were confronted with some uncomfortable questions.
Turkey ranks 159th in international press freedom. The situation in Kurdish regions in the cities like Cezre and Diyarbakir does not look the way the Prime Minister presents it, according to human rights organisations. There is criticism that the security operation is also targeting the civilian population. Many Turkish opposition activists feel that the silence of Germany is the price for cooperation on the refugee crisis. How can you comment on this?
Well, the question was directed at Angela Merkel, but the Turkish Prime Minister later criticised the journalist for asking it.
Well, that was more of a political statement than a question from a journalist. But it's good that one can throw these accusations right in the face of the Turkish Prime Minister. It shows that there is rule of law in this country.
Chancellor Merkel is now meeting President Erdogan. The visit comes as tens of thousands of Syrian refugees are stranded on Turkey's border after Ankara closed one of the checkpoints without any explanation.
الشمالي كله عم ينضرب، الشعب وين يروح؟ هيطفي وين يروح؟ ما عندنا غير الله وتركيا. بترجع من تركيا من أردوغان فتح المعبر.
Turkey agreed to halt the influx of migrants to Europe in exchange for funding. The EU pledged €3 billion for that, and the bloc's foreign affairs chief recently made it clear that Brussels is expecting Ankara to keep its side of the bargain.
The support that the European Union is providing to Turkey, among others, is aimed exactly at guaranteeing that Turkey has the means, the instruments, the resources to protect and to host people that are seeking asylum.
Earlier, Turkey said it's not able to make solid promises while the conflict in Syria is ongoing. But Ankara is playing hardball over anti-terrorist efforts there. President Erdogan called on the US to choose who it wants to side with in its fight against ISIL.
How can we trust you? Is it me that's your partner, or is it the terrorists in Kobani?
By terrorists, Erdogan's referring to the Kurdish YPG forces fighting against Islamic State. He was angry because a US special envoy met with their leaders a week ago in the northern Syrian town of Kobani. Following the visit, the envoy provided details of his trip online. Brett McGurk made 6 Twitter posts describing his schedule in Kobani alongside several photographs. The visit is viewed as significant because the YPG is Washington's key anti-terrorist ally on the ground. The Kurdish forces recently made major gains in fighting ISIL.